Hey there. It's Tuesday night. I'm really sorry there's not going to be a drawing video this week. I messaged you about it too. Um, Technically, I'm not really doing anything else right now, so I guess I could be doing it, but I got home and I ate, and this is my, break before I start working again. And I need to, uncramp my hands because I've been animating all day. I got up at, 6:30. I went to school for 9, and I animated pretty much all day. So I'm, a little bit burnt out at the moment, and I still have, lighting and stuff to do later for other stuff, so I don't want the, creativity and inspiration of the piece to, be, taken down a little bit because I'm a little bit burnt out, whereas lighting tests and stuff are more mechanical and I don't have to think about it. Whereas something like The Mermaid is very creative and I'm thinking about it and I want to So I'm gonna say that for next week, but that's gonna be cute I think because it's I can find some cool stuff about mermaids to talk about and cool stuff for the start of the month, but as for right now, this is probably gonna be short. I meant to make it twice today already. I was gonna make it on the subway ride to school, because usually the Downsview line is pretty empty, but because I went so early, it was actually morning rush hour, and it was packed, and I couldn't do it. I thought maybe if there are a couple people on the subway, I won't mind, I'll just have my headphones in, look like I'm having a conversation, but literally I was sat beside people, you know what I mean, and I'm they can and then I was gonna do it when I got into class. I was just gonna set up all my equipment and stuff, but there were already people there, even though class starts at 12:30, so I'm doing it now. I am so sorry about your video. I feel so bad. I'm really excited to watch it next time I go to your house and see it on your laptop, but I know you worked really hard on it and you were really excited and you had texted me or messaged me beforehand that you were excited about it. And I it sucks so much that it wouldn't go. I feel so bad. Sorry, I've been thinking there's a cat or something. I don't know, but the last couple days I've had really bad itchy eyes. So there must be something that I'm allergic to that's lurking around. Sorry. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching it though, and I will watch it hopefully next time I go to your house. But yeah, YouTube sucks and it's crummy and exporting is crummy and the worst. And I'm sorry. I didn't have anything really that I was planning on talking about just because I haven't had a lot of time to think about it because of portfolios, but I did think I think I'm gonna talk about music today. And your vid would have been a music vid, which is fun because that's sort of tying it in. But I think I'm gonna talk about music because I've been listening to this new band and it's gonna sound so stupid. And I was listening to them on the subway because this morning I forgot my cross stitch, I forgot my book, I forgot my sketchbook, I forgot anything that I usually do on the subway, which is fine I guess because I was pretty tired. I probably would have stabbed myself with a needle. But I had downloaded from Spotify an album onto my phone and I listened to that, but I didn't want to show people the cover because it's this shitty teen band, and it's not even because if you're listening to a shitty teen band from when you were a kid, it's more vintage and justifiable, but it's just a shitty teen band from right now, and their sound kind of reminds me a cross between One Direction and All Time Low, so it's oh my god, I thought of something in my head and I thought it was so clever. I was it's you got crackers and they're boy band brand crackers and they're seasoned with some pop punk. So they're mostly boy band, but you get a little pop punk flavor. That's what they are. And it's so stupid. But I was thinking about that and I was you know what, I am so judgy because for someone, I listen to all genres of music. I love all genres of music. I listen to a lot of music based on my mood. My favorite genre of music is folk punk, which is not a super serious genre, but I'm really into, like, you know, like, British, like, Invasion, and, like, punk, and, like, Riot Grrrl, like, feminist music, and, like, I'm into more, like, not, like, hardcore, but, like, it developed from my, like, emo pop punk phase into more, like, genuine punk and, like, folk punk and, like, folk, but I've, like, branched out, especially since, like, knowing you, which is interesting. I've always loved musical theater, but, like, country is something, and, like, pop are things that I don't really give, like, chances to. Like, I always loved, like, Backstreet Boys and, like, stuff like that, but I would listen to them, like, on my own, and they're, like, guilty pleasures, and now I'm a lot more, like, open about, like, not having the most, like, hardcore taste in music, and people are more surprised that I like certain types of music than, like, other types of music, but, like, people aren't usually surprised that I like pop music, and I don't think it, like, should be that way. So I think it's, like, interesting, because, like, how much the, like, type of music you listen to informs, like, choices you make, or, like, I don't know, it's, like, such a, like, important part. Like, when you look at, like, subcultures, a lot of them are, like, influenced by, like, music tastes and, like shared interests, but, like, music especially, and, like, certain subcultures are, like, defined by such. And I think that's, like, interesting for me, especially, because, like, I love, like, I don't think there's, like, a genre of music you could give me that I don't like. Some days I'll prefer other things. Like, I've been going through, like, such a, like, nostalgia, but not a nostalgia in, like, a 2000s pop kind of way. I have nostalgia in a, like, the music I used to listen to middle school kind of way, and, like, where those bands are now, and, like, that, like, current, like, pop punk scene, which is, like, awful, and it's, like, embarrassing for me, because it's, like, such a, like, a middle school thing for me, but it's not actually, like, embarrassing, I guess, and I should just, like, get over it. But, like, I've been, like, listening to that lately, but, like, usually I'll, like, go back to my, like, I don't know, I'll have, like, country binges, or, like, classic binges, or, like, what's it called, vaporwave, cloud pop, 2000s pop, like, indie, folk punk, like, I love most genres, like, it's hard for me to find a genre that I don't like, and I think that's, like, interesting, reflected in my own, like, style, or lack thereof, because, like, I also have, like, a lot of, like, though I only have 3 looks as we joke, I have a lot of, like, I can, like, embody, like, certain styles on, like, different days, like, depending on how I'm feeling, and I don't know, obviously it's not, like, related to music, but I think it's, like, an interesting connection, because it's not like I just listen to, like, emo and dress like an emo, but then, at the same time, you have people who, like, break those stereotypes really, like, drastically, like you, for one. I would say. I don't know. This bra is a little bit too small, sorry. You're someone, and you, like, look at you, and you would think that you would listen to, like, a certain type of music. And, like, you do listen to, like, classic rock and stuff, but people would probably assume you listen to more, like, indie, or, like, modern, like, 1975 kind of, and, like, you know, like, that kind of, like, in, like, alternative, but, like, modern alternative, and you're not, like, a big fan of that music, and I think it's, like, interesting, because, like, you really like pop and musical theater, and people might not, like, think that. I don't really know where this is going. I just, like, I thought it was so silly this morning, because I was, like, sitting beside someone who was, like, a middle-aged lady, and she was, like, doing her own thing, and she, like, didn't care, but I was, like, embarrassed to change the song on my phone, because I was listening to, like, 5 Seconds of Summer, and I was, like, oh no, this is, like, so embarrassing, because it's, like, a teen, like, pop band that's, like, One Direction, but, like, One Direction is, like, fine, because I'm okay with listening to One Direction, because it's, like, One Direction, but this is, like, you know what I mean, like, it feels so, like, you have to, like, it's, like, a guilty pleasure, I guess, is what it is, but I'm, like, I thought I was, like, over being, like, caring about stuff like that, and usually, like, especially, like, if I'm, like, telling people, like, my taste in movies or music, I'll, like, always, like, or books even, I'll start with, like, maybe not books, but, like, movies especially, I'll start with, like, the worst thing I like, the most, like, campy, outrageous thing, just so people, like, know that I don't care if something's, like, campy or outrageous, and I don't, like, take it too, like, seriously. And, like, with music I do that too. I'll be like, if someone's like, what kind of music do you listen to, I'll, like, say like a bunch of stuff, but I'm like always like High School Musical and like Taylor Swift and like One Direction, like just so like people like know that they shouldn't like make fun of things because they're not like hardcore enough, you know what I mean? And I don't want people to think that I'm like, so it's like a weird like mind game. I don't know. I was just thinking about that, so I guess I decided I was going to talk about that. But I don't really have a point. I guess I'd like to hear your opinions on it or not. Yeah, this week is going to be hard. It's already Tuesday, so that's better than it being the weekend, I guess. But I have a lot of things to do. I feel like marginally better, though, because I went through, like, the list of things, because they don't actually have, it sucks, because, like, if you have a list of requirements and, like, how many things you need, it's, like, a lot to, like, get through it, but at least you're, like, I can do this and I can, like, check things off. But they say, they're like, we want 8 to 16 pieces, and here are recommendations of, like, some types of things that you can put in, but also, like, you can put in other stuff, or, like, not put this in. So it's, like, hard, and so that kind of freaked me out, but I finally, like, I sat down on the weekend, and I went through it, but I don't think I, like, counted it properly. So I went through, because I counted for, like, finished pieces. I didn't count for process work, which they also want to see, which, like, counts as pieces as well. So I went through it again today, counting process work, and if I put in, like, the bare minimum of stuff I have, and I just do, like, 3 new things, if I finish 2 things I'm working on, and, like, clean up the end of an animation, I'll be, like, good, which is, like, good, because I also have, like, obviously other projects right now, which are kind of, like, suffering a little bit, I think. Excuse me, but I've been really motivated to work. And I know the moon was just in Pisces, and now it's in Aries. And though I'm not, like, associated with Pisces, I think it's, like, a good sign for, like, just my, like, energy, my, like, personality. It goes, like, well with that. So I think that was, like, good. And, like, Aries, if I'm a little bit more of an Aries lately, hopefully that doesn't happen. But, I don't know if that's going to bring out my best traits, but hopefully that'll, like, help me get through the last stretch of it, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I usually don't really get, like, excited for my birthdays, because they're not, like, super, like, I mean, it's, like, fun, and it's, like, nice, because it's, like, an excuse to, like, take time for yourself, and, like, spend time with people that you love and everything, but I don't remember myself being, like, this excited for a birthday in, like, so long, because it's just, like, first of all, it's, like, a break that I sorely need, because I don't think I'm going to do any work that day, and then also, we're getting our tattoos, and it's so good. I keep, like, looking at it. I think I said this maybe in the last video, maybe not. I keep, like, looking at this spot on my arm where it's going to go, and I keep being like, oh, it's going to go there. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, and that's, like, interesting, because yeah, it's not usually something I, like, I'm super, like, opinionated about. I'm just like, oh, it's a thing. I don't know, I get way more excited for, like, Halloween, Samhain, but yeah, looking forward to that. I should probably start working now. I don't really know what this video is about, but I was just some things that I was thinking, I guess. I'm looking at myself. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at that. Oh, my camera's so bad. Yeah. So I will see your video. I don't think I'm gonna see you this week, because I'm gonna be, like, powering through, finishing everything, before Monday. I want everything, like, done and in, like, a folder and, like, good to go by Sunday night at the latest. By, like, Sunday night, and by Sunday night I don't mean, like, Monday morning at, like, 2 in the morning. I mean, like, Sunday night, honey. So, I don't know what that was. So, like, yeah. I probably won't be seeing you until next Tuesday, but I'll see your video on the weekend, and I'm very much looking forward to Tuesday, and I hope you like your tattoo, because I like the tattoo And you know, I don't often say that about a lot of art I do. I'm not often like psyched about any of most of my art, but I'm actually like really psyched about it. And I think you'll really like it, and I hope you'll really like it, and I'm excited about mine. And to spend a nice day with you guys and have like a really good day, see people. So yeah. I love you, and I will see your video on Sunday, and I will see you on Tuesday. And